did you want to move on to what you were wanting to show us?
Right. So here is a WDNT article. These are 4 incredible homages to Tom Sawyer Island and Rivers of
What I
America
want to do to that area is out of left field as well.
coming to Carr's Piston Peak. So it says here, Piston Peak will carry pieces of Tom Sawyer Island and Rivers of America into Magic Kingdom's future. We took a very close look at the massive Piston Peak National Park model at D23 and spotted 4 incredible homages to the attractions the new Yand is replacing. So number 1 is Fort Yanghorn, which is a new structure behind the Miss Fritter attraction. Incorporates design elements from Tom Sawyer Island's former fort. Let me bring up this since that's the first one. Let's see it. Oh no! I just moved to the next tab.
Okay, we know he walks. Let's see here. Fort Langhorne, a new structure behind the Miss Fritter attraction, incorporates design elements from Tom Sawyer's Island former fort. Are they talking about where the car?
So right here on the bottom, that was Fort Yanghorn on Tom Sawyer Island, Rivers of America on Tom Sawyer Island, and on the top we have basically this structure building is similar, and it pays homage to Fort Yanghorn. The building structure for the entrance to the second attraction for Piston Peak.
I guess maybe the tower, but I don't see anything else.
Yeah, can you use your mouse pad to kind of highlight or like circle where this would be?
I don't care where it's going to be. It's just like.
No, I'm just saying for a visual reference, so I can see where it is.
How do you do that? How do you do that? Is there a marker?
No. You know when you use your mouse pad and
my cursor.
Your cursor. Can you use your cursor to circle
like around here? The wooden building. The tower here is very reminiscent. Basically, the building where the school bus is.
All I'm thinking here is and it's just like.
Also, so where that yellow school bus is right there with the gap tooth, that's the structure.
Well, Phil and I, we think that more the top of the tower. You can see
the top of the tower behind it here. Okay.
Yeah, it's identical to the bottom image of the Fort.
Oh, okay. I'm seeing it now. Okay, gotcha. Okay.
Because if you were there before they closed the area and demolished it, you could go into each of one of the towers, and you could, play with the pews up there. And,
now, what's interesting about that is this location. Exactly the location where the Fort Yanghorn was?
No, it doesn't matter if it's located where exactly Fort Langhorn was there or not.
I think this is more of a homage to it, though, right?
But I think it's possible that is the location because the second attraction is near down where Big Thunder Mountain is, and Fort Yanghorn was actually across from Big Thunder Mountain. So it's
Thornton. Maybe this site here has a overview shot of this Piston Creek. I will still call it that because I'm still long way.
Which is good. I mean, it will have a creek, so.
Yeah. Do you have another image here? Because maybe there's a overview shot of what I've seen on my Instagram here of where it's like relating to the Big Thunder Mountain and a model building of the Haunted Mansion. Those are like the references to pinpoint where that is located to your question.
you mean you want a bigger image of the model, or you want to go to the next?
You can go for the bigger image of the model. Yeah.
Okay,
I
let me
was
see.
about to say,
Here.
well, I was about to say, can we see the rest of the pictures first, real quick?
Yeah, and we could show the rest of the pictures.
All right,
too.
so the second one, so that's the first one. So let's move on to the second one so you can read it.
I think Keelboats is
Let me see if I.
the
Oh.
one.
Sorry.
It might, stop jumping around.
All right, so if this is correct, this is
Yeah.
the Mike Fink Keelboats.
Mm-hmm.
The
don't know
Mike
if that-
Fink Keelboats currently is that building where the Fast Pass tickets were being sold for many years. You know,
Right.
that building right there with the
On the
elongated
bo-
3-story tower there by the dock there. Yes.
on the
Yes.
bottom to the side of the
Yes.
the riverboat
Yeah,
station.
to the just beyond the Liberty Bell dock, and closest to the entrance of the Haunted Mansion is where the Mike Fink keelboats were there for several decades and had been closed since 2001. People were asking if that would be removed, but they hadn't removed it yet.
Well, it seems to me that they will be removed because, or maybe not, because actually, wait, this image. Oh, actually,
Well, here's
that's
the
facing
model.
where it is. Actually, I
Here's
see on the model. You see the Tangled Rapunzel Tower, and you see is that Haunted Mansion?
Yes. Yes, to the left is the
So it
Haunted
seems
Mansion.
that my guess is the building is the same, or it's changed.
I don't see the building in this image. It's behind the trees if it was.
On the model. Oh.
On the model, yeah.
Is it the restrooms that resemble the?
Yeah, the restrooms are there in
It
that
resembles the.
unfortunately was supposed to be the Haunted Mansion restaurant.
Right.
Is the restrooms that are themed after Mike Hill riverboats.
Okay. Gotcha. Okay.
It says the architecture of the new of a new building appears heavily inspired by the former Mike Fink Keel boat dock. So it says it's heavily inspired.
Okay.
Oh, if you want to refer back to that first image about like homage to Fort Langhorne, you see that tower, water tower? Yeah,
Yes.
that water tower there. Go back to the next image of the keelboats.
Oh, I see the water
There
tower
it
now.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's in location, and it is exactly in close reference of where that might have been. I think it's where the geyser or this back entrance or exit is, where the Fort Langhorne might have been. Rather.
Yeah, because the riverboat station we know is staying, but it's not. We cannot see it in the image.
Right.
Yeah, I remember you always did that. If you did that emergency exit, they called it, or the playful dock exit tunnel from Fort Langhorne, you would appear right directly in front of the Haunted Mansion.
Now, I'm still curious what the Liberty Bell riverboat station is going to be used for. Is it? I think it's just a way to just capture the views of Piston Peak.
Potentially, what I mean, and also too, could the theme park showcase give us an update on the Liberty Bell?
Because we had some fun back then. We just had some fun since we were having fun with the whole. That was when we were having some enjoyment, fun with the whole Piston Peak as a name, and I was saying that wouldn't it be funny if you had a room in at the riverboat station, and the riverboat station basically is like your your first entrance segue to the Piston Peak. So imagine if there was a room with like a TV and you kind of like a pre-show, but like it's just a room with TVs and water fountains.
It's basically more of a lounge, y'all.
Yeah, and you could sit there, and then you have like a mater or introducing what Piston Peak is, and you're like, now what are we about to experience here?
Well, I mean, if this is going to be Piston Peak, right? I think there's only one song that can be the anthem of this park, and it is Rascal Flatts' "Life Is Like a Highway. I Want to Ride It All Night Long." Okay, that's the energy of the park. That this is our park to chill and relax and to enjoy and everything in between. What is the next picture, good sir, of Harper's Mill?
I will say my guess. If I had to make a prediction, I predict the Liberty Boat station will be a very hot photo pass spot, because I think directly across it you're going to see the majestic waterfalls.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what I was thinking as well. Before you go to the next one, they really dropped the ball if they are considering bathrooms in that location. I know we need bathrooms, but good grief. You could have had bathrooms located next to the restaurant that was supposed to be Haunted Mansion that was rumored to be there.
True.
I mean, and if you could not just use the imagination, you could said that there was a guest house located somewhere on property or something, or a oversized mausoleum.
Yes, I like that. On-site property.
Because before back to my participation, it was a combination of a house and a mausoleum.
Right. No, that's a very good point. And inside parks, they do have like the what is it, the lodge where you can go and talk to the park ranger and stuff like that. So yeah, that's a very good point, that there could be a actual cast member park ranger inside, and then there you go. You know what I mean? So
yeah, and you could have had a cave on next to it, kind of adding to the lore of like the property and stuff.
Yes,
but they really dropped the ball. I'm really disappointed with this.
It really depends on how the plumbing works.
Well, I mean, it's got to be better than Disneyland's opening day, because if you don't remember, it was called Black Sunday, where shoes went into the pavement, and Walt Disney had to decide whether it was drinking water for the fountains or the restrooms. And he went with the restrooms, and that was a good call.
Yeah.
Last thing you need is shitty bathrooms on your opening day of your theme park.
And let's be hopeful. Let's be hopeful that the future there's not another Frontierland leakage.
Yeah. I mean, So if that's the way they're going to do it when we promise a restaurant, I'm very disappointed, and I'm going to say, hopefully someone brings it up and tells somebody about that. Maybe they can fix it. We'll see.
So here is the Harper's Mill. Is a structure housing Lightning McQueen. Yeah, Lightning McQueen, not Lightning McQueen. A structure housing Lightning McQueen and Mater closely resembles the former Tom Sawyer Island landmark, but its water wheel has been transformed into a giant brake rotor.
That's clever.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's a clever way of doing it. Yeah.
Yeah. Florentine, you there? I see Phil. He's moving.
The ghosts are angry about losing their restaurant.
Well done, sir. Well done.
I hope someone brings it up at the show, because that's what I can see there. Because I see indefinitely now what people have been saying, that, it's been replaced by restrooms. Wah, wah, wah.
Yeah.
I'm upset too, because I thought that was a sure thing. because
And
it's
you know what?
freaking
I think what
cruises.
I think what they were probably thinking was, if we put the Haunted Mansion restaurant there, then how does that relate to, the theming and the atmosphere of Piston Peak? Not saying that that's right, but that's probably
It
what they were
probably
doing.
went that way, even though they got the star attraction that's bigger that everyone knows that it's the great is
Right,
right around, which is the Haunted Mansion
right.
in Magic Kingdom, and they
It
could
would
have.
have been it would have been nice if they could have found a way to kind of make, like how Darkmoor has that village atmosphere for where horror is on every level for all ages. That could be the Haunted Mansion Park or some type of park. So during the daytime, it's decently scary, but at nighttime it takes different energy on its own somehow. But that's probably what they were thinking just phonetically. Um,
Well, if you okay, I'm thinking. Did you see any what I saw yesterday about the haunted trees being
yes, I
presented?
did see
Yes.
that,
Okay. Well,
and
how about you try to hide the haunted trees and also have the haunted trees just right there past, just inches away past the haunted mansion there, and it doesn't also interfere with the Piston Peak area, even though we are the far northern end of Piston Peak where things transform to something more ominous. Why couldn't you just understand that and have the restaurant there with the restrooms built into, I don't know, high haunted cave even? I don't care. Just do it.
and by the way, y'all, just under an hour ago, Walt Disney Imagineering has posted something from the Society of Adventurers and Explorers. If you all remember, yesterday rather, there was supposed to be this big hullabaloo of a artifact that C did not know about and Imagineering did not know about, but somebody stole it. I felt bad for Offhand Disney, who is definitely deserving of a C membership for sure. But it says here, after the C's artifact went missing at D23, they need our help to figure out the thief's name. The society says the thief is leaving riddles behind with their behind leaving riddles behind with clues to their name, but the letters are in the wrong order. These riddles can be solved online by looking up images of Disneyland. While Disneyland serves as inspiration for this adventure, and adventurers can explore the park, the riddles can be completely solved at home. It'll be challenging, but our friend C archivist Bonnie Booker says this is the perfect adventure for explorers to prove themselves as honorary C field researchers. Bonnie says she'll be in touch soon with the first rail, so stay tuned. And then it says here, Dear Society of Vapid Explorers and Mediocre Adventurers, you have been fooled. I've stolen your artifact. You want it back? Then try to catch me in the act. Until next time.
Mm-hmm.
So that is the note that was read yesterday during the presentation panel. By the way, during that presentation panel, on the top part of it, it had an artifact, and then under it had live spiders.
How about we pick up where we left off because it's been a few minutes or so because Thornton's away.
Yes.
Come on. Here.
Excuse me, y'all. Sorry. I'll be this sleeping tonight at 10 o'clock as we try to stay up, rather.
Come on, man. What's going on here? Come on, up here.
I think Florentin has to share it because we don't have the power to present it.
I have the power to share it, but the Instagram is not freaking showing up as a bubble up here.
See this? Okay. Okay, he's gonna come back on mobile. All good, my friend. All good. Technology is not our friend sometimes.
I don't know. Maybe I have to go full screen. Let's see. Do you see my full screen?
No, I do not see your full screen, good sir.
What do you mean?
Yo, it's always such a great moment, and I was.
It's never a great moment.
I was saying everything I wanted to say, and then I'm like, no wonder they're not responding.
Well, I was trying to share the Instagram page here on my screen.
Right.
And I gave an update on the Society of Adventurers and Explorers. So Bonnie will be dropping the first riddle here soon. It just came out under an hour ago on Walt Disney Imagineering's Instagram page. And the Mouselets commented, so I commented that I would love to collaborate with them sometime. So just as a pro tip, if you are a content creator and you see a content creator that's commenting, there's no reply. You'll be the first one. So that can help. So
yeah, well, I try to reply.
If you're able.
But I feel you. Sometimes they don't reply anyway. But just
All right, so. I really love this and the discussion we were having. So it couldn't have cut off in a more. Let's see, where is it again?
Yeah, well, I've had the page forever and it doesn't work. So.
Do you want to send the page to? Do you want to send the page to me and then I'll pull it up?
Here it is. It's funny that the page disappeared on you guys.
Yeah, I think.
You know why? Because I shut down. So
yeah, when you drop down, it also dropped down.
Okay.
So yeah, we were on the last, picture. I think.
No, I was making commentary on. We finished reading what the structure was, but I made some perspective thoughts, and I asked you one way a question, so after I said what I said, and then there was no reaction, I was like, y'all not it. Okay, so here's my so I was gonna ask you guys, do we think that the Mater and the Lightning McQueen here are they a form of animatronic like the Lightning McQueen that was in Hollywood Studios?
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
Has to be. I don't think that's just gonna be they cannot do what they did like art of animation, just a block character.
Yeah, I don't think that's gonna be just for decoration.
They're in storage right now at Hollywood Studios or wherever they are, now, because they were there at the former location, which is now the villains.
Yes, because that was that was the Lightning McQueen Racing Academy. Before that, it was
you had a Lightning McQueen, doing his thing there as a animatronic.
Yes,
so
and then before
him to be there. Yeah.
Right, and then before that was the Legend of Captain Jack Sparrow, and then I believe that was used as a Narnia exhibit. So that building has to be. It's a
No. I'm the map here. Lightning McQueen is a brand new building that was built there, I recall. Before it was Lightning McQueen, it was a gathering area where characters can, celebrate or party or something. And what you mean about Captain Jack Sparrow and Narnia
Yes.
is that building that was demolished for a pathway to get to Toy Story Land.
Oh, okay. All right. Thank you, sir.
Remember that?
I knew it was in Hollywood Studios somewhere because I thought that they switched out Lightning McQueen for Captain Jack Sparrow within that building. So that's the only reason why I said it. But thank you for
what they were using, what they're kind of supposedly using over at the space where Disney Junior was or is or whatever it is now, is what that area was originally before Lightning McQueen's recent Academy had came there, which later has now become the villains, unfairly after.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So.
I would hope that this is like a walking path where we get to see you can walk up and see the I think McQueen and Mater, or is this a part of the route from the attraction and you pass by them?
I think this could be, because remember in the original concept art, and Phil, thank you for the context, conjecture, and connection, my friend, as always. You guys remember in the concept art how Lightning McQueen and Mater were like sports commentators in the off-road racer rally in the original concept art. It looks like if we look here, you see that finish line right there? Right next to them.
Yes.
It looks like that's a part of the ride. If you see that checkered flag right there.
And I would not be surprised because they're part of the ride in DCA. So
yes.
And if this were to be like a standalone area where you didn't have to ride the ride, but you can just walk up to it, I think it would bring too much crowds.
Oh yeah.
But it would be cool either way. Either way, it'd be a cool either way.
Absolutely.
So yes. So let's get to the final image. What's the final
image? Barrel Bridge.
So the final image is the Barrel Bridge, and this one is really special. Imagineers told us they intend to recreate the beloved bouncing Barrel Bridge as closely as possible, and may even incorporate pieces of the original bridge if they're legally able to do so. Imagineers also told us these aren't the only references. Guests can expect many smaller homages throughout Piston Peak, designed to preserve the spirit of the area. For everyone who was sad to see Tom Sawyer Island and the Rivers of America go, how do you feel about Imagineering carrying these pieces of their history into Piston Peak?
It's okay, but I'm still bringing back the Rivers of America.
Yeah, I'm with you, Phil. I think that the fact that they at least carved it out, I think was a good thing. You know what I mean? So I think I saw a comment down here. If you scroll up on this post, it looks like it was a happy comment about it.
Honestly, think this ideal is great. I understand the whole keep Walt's legacy and his original ideas, but he never got to walk around Disney World. Keep it, make something new in Disney World. All the people hating on it now are gonna realize it wasn't that bad of an idea once it opens.
That's the most positive thing.
Because the whole time we got to see the concept art, it wasn't as if the concept art had referenced that since the beginning. The fact that now we see the model, and the model the model always changes over time, except if you really did the route that Epic Universe did from the beginning to the beginning to the end with the model appearing very similar. But to see the model and not to see that we see surprisingly to see more references of Tom Sawyer Island, I guess that's going to be a very big surprise for people.
Yes, but also too, if you remember what I talked about in that Epic Universe concept art how the colors weren't really defined, so you can actually figure out what the attractions are and stuff like that.
And we do know that the Helios Grand Hotel has changed over time as well.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah,
I would say the hotel is a significant. The design of the hotel is a significant change from the concept art.
Yes.
For Epic.
And like I said, for 24 likes, I mean that's a huge swing for 24 likes on that comment. Please just give me a walking cave through Piston Peak, maybe one that's slightly slanted. Because there was a cave that you could, because there was a cave that you could walk through on Tom Sawyer Island.
I think no,
yeah,
there is going to be a walking cave because I think there's going to be a walking cave. I think there's a cave that kind of divides Tiana's Bayou Adventure from. So basically, I don't know if this cave is a way of. So when you're at Piston Peak and experiencing Piston Peak, there's like a divide. So it's not like you're in Piston Peak and all of a sudden you see Tiana's Bayou Adventure in front of you.
Right.
Of course, they're still preserving the area. So when you're in front of Tiana's Bayou Adventure, you still see Tiana's Bayou Adventure. But when you're experiencing Piston Peak, there's a cave. I believe there's a cave in the concept art that kind of in front of it, and I think the caves take you to different areas so you can see waterfalls, or actually you're gonna be able to see Tiana's Bayou Adventure, but you got to enter the cave, and then when you're on the other side of the cave, there's an opening so you can see Tiana's Bayou Adventure. So at the same time, you still get to see Tiana's Bayou Adventure, but it's not at the same time. It's separated from.
Understood. I think this comment says it all. I believe it when I see it in person. This feels like more adding salt to the wound than paying tribute, in my opinion. Bring back the caves. I just want to explore the caves. A lot of people are loving the references from what we're seeing here. You know what I mean? So it looks like there's a happy bunch here.
And yeah, it's not surprising. Like Phil says, it's not surprising that the historical references are being preserved. But we have 4. We've seen it's not just 1; it's 4. So, and they did say there's going to be more. So
they're not just building 1 of these; they're building 4.
I know, right? So.
I'm sorry. I had to.
You guys think that? You think? Yeah. Do we think that has to do? Do you think that has to do with the feedback of?
Oh yeah.
Feedback, yeah. When you finally revealed that the Beyond Big Thunder is not beyond; it's actually within.
Yeah. No, go ahead, Phil.
It's still within, guys.
Yeah, I think they had no other choice but to make sure that they put in references. Otherwise, it was, in the words of the Queen of Hearts, off with their head. They weren't playing.
I see a statue here. Is that a statue or is that?
I think that might just be a person.
It's just a person because
okay, yeah.
Probably Disney had a lot of references and stuff. There was a lot of modeled figurines throughout walking the land.
Yes,
and
also too, they need to add people to the model for people to visually see like how people will look in the model.
I understand, but the reason why it says statue is because even if they had miniatures of people, don't normally we see like they have color on them, or they have a hat.
True, but a statue would be more defined, Florentin. Though.
Yeah. I think this way it's more. This way is more like a tribute and historical. It's almost making this area like a historical park at the same time.
Right.
Because it
Florentin, you want to bring up this page, which has many, many, many pictures, more pictures I ever seen before of the Piston Peak area. Good God.
Okay.
Yeah, drop yours down and then bring that up. Yep.
It's from Disney Tourist Blog.
Oh,
great.
because they also revealed some more images of the ride vehicles.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Massive mile of Piston cars that will win over skeptics of Rivers of America replacement. That's a swing.
Yeah, we were just talking about
a swing.
We have
a new character here.
Yeah,
there's gonna be a lot of plush. There's probably gonna be a lot of plushies of that.
Yeah,
and by the way, that is actually a reference to Cars, because if you think about it, you saw the trailers, trailer tipping, right? So now you got goats. So this could lead to a new franchise.
Right.
In Cars.
Yeah, this is really cute because it's like his feet are tires.
Yes.
Yeah,
now,
probably
Disney. No, go ahead.
Disney showed artwork of like there was going to be some Cars animals in the Cars Land area, of like turtles or frogs with wheels on them. If over by the area where you saw the Mater.
And I think I understand now why some people predicted that maybe Cars 4 would be announced. But I think sharing Cars 4 announced at the same time as more Piston Peak updates, that's a little much. So.
Well, here's the thing, right? Because I've been saying that Cars 4 could be a road trip.
It would tie in very well. Okay.
Yeah. So. Like I was saying, Cars 4 could be a road trip to Piston National Park, Piston Peak National Park, but also too, Carnivals could be a spinoff of Cars. Disney, if you do Carnivals, I want my fucking cut, because you already are giving it away with that goat with tires. Okay. All right. Moving on. Okay. I don't think they would just put that out for no reason. There weren't no franchise.
This post features 75 pictures of every single detail of this stunning model, along with additional new details. We now know about the overhauled area coming to Walt Disney World, formerly was known as Rivers of America. Rest in peace. I'm going to bring back Rivers of America. Hire me, I'll take over the country. Not the company.
Love the confidence.
I mean, you try to install this confidence in me, and like, oh, if Braylon can do it, so can I. Yes, we can.
There it is, good sir. There it is.
Look, we get Brian be more humbled with Frozen, and now we get Phil more humbled with
first of all,
accepting his Rivers of America, not becoming Piston Peak. So.
Florentine, you're enjoying that victory lap. You are good, sir.
I'm just going to work it in.
Right, Phil. What you're doing, you are defining where you're standing 10 toes down. And Florentine, you are enjoying that victory lap way too much. I am not a fan of Frozen. I am respecting the fact that they are going deeper with the lore and bringing a story, a storytelling energy that relates to a bigger audience. That is not a victory lap, sir. Calm down. Okay. All right. You trying it. I see the angle. I'm proud of you for finding it, but no cigar.
Yes. What I was saying was, I mean, if we can do it, we can dream. If we can dream it, we can do it. Yes, we can. Which is also, the theme of the D23 this year, Horizons. So
yes,
that's, add to the point of inspiration of all of that. That I want to do, bringing back America, regardless.
By the way, I love
how we Wouldn't do it.
Absolutely. By the way, I love how they say Disney World fans who were previously understandably with an exclamation point in the article.
Yes, I know, right? Skeptical of this project. Yeah, right? Me, probably being the one that sent them 3 emails and they said, I'm sorry. Because I did threaten, like, I'm not coming back.
It's going to quiet a lot of the criticism about Disney's decision to pave Paradise and put in a parking lot.
Yes. Before we get off to the races, let's quickly bring you up to speed on these Magic Kingdom editions. According to Disney, these Cars attractions, not Planes attractions, even though they called it Piston Peak. Ha ha ha.
We know some people who's going to riot about that. There's one comment that says, if there's no reference to Planes, we riot. And a lot of comments about Planes and been saying that Planes Fire and Rescue is the best film. I was like, what, really? Wow, we got a lot of defenders about Planes now. I mean,
wow,
the shade.
This is just like, and I'm over here like rubbing my hands together behind the tree here, like
Bird, man.
No, it makes sense if the environment is inspired by if the environment was inspired by planes, and now you're not referencing anything planes, but I guess the response is we have to reference Rivers of America and Tom Sawyer Island. We are not referencing planes, so we can be mad to the Rivers of America and Tom Sawyer fans for that. So.
Oh man, yes, because that is true. I think Planes were supposed to be a part of this somehow, and then they.
Yeah, you never know. Maybe is that why maybe the response made them gear different. Maybe there was supposed to be Planes references, but they instead went for Tom Sawyer Island references in tribute.
Well, because there was more people angry about losing Rivers of America. So who are you going to please, Thornton? The people who like Planes, which are a handful or a dozen, or the thousands of millions of people who are like, what the heck is going on here?
Yes.
But if they went with they had 2 ways to go. They could went with appeasing the Planes fans, but they decided to appease the I don't know if it's appeasing, but change the minds of the Rivers of America, Tom Sawyer people, and saying, "Hey, we made sure to tribute you guys." So
somebody tag me in. I think I might have a solution for the plane. Somebody just tag me in. Just say Braylon.
Hey, Braylon, come on in.
Okay, all right, I got something. How about Delta Dream Flight updated? Because Delta is what? Airplanes, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, you can have the voice actors from planes, give the new, give the new voiceover and everything. So there you go. You're welcome. See, we recognize everyone.
From Cars 2, I would have thought that they would have expanded the franchise with the planes and the trains. And when I mean the planes, I mean like really Boeing planes. That was the big planes at the big planes and the high-speed train that was in Europe, or even someone had an idea of expanding to boats. But then some people think that for the trains it's not a good concept because they cannot freely roam as they want to. But I mean,
I'm sorry. Let me bring up a franchise if you don't mind, since I am the brand media guy. What is Thomas and Friends, ladies and gentlemen?
Right.
How long has that been around? So please stop. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you so much. Just.
So go.
You know what I mean?
Big franchise about boats now next.
But boats have freedom too. They're not stuck on track. So I mean, they could have went Pixar boats next, but I guess not. They could even had a Pixar boat. They could even had a Cars boat that resemble a cruise line, since cruise line is their cash cow. So.
I mean, you got to see some boats in Cars too, right? And they were flying over.
For boats?
Yeah.
Yes, there was boats on the Mediterranean section, the Porto Cosa, the Italy, Portofino. There was boats, fancy boats actually. There was yachts, rich yachts. Yes.
Yeah, rich Monaco.
Yes, rich Monaco, prestigious yachts. Yes.
Yes. When Mater and Lightning McQueen were there. Yes. Mm-hmm.
Yes.
So there you go.
I thought you said Lightning McQueen.
Lightning McQueen. No.
Did you say McQueen?
That's what I thought I heard.
We creamed those people. McCream creamed those writers. I mean, they left them.
I just want to say, I did not bring up that reference. Okay, Braylon did not start this. Okay, that should have been what I said out my mouth, but I did not start. Oh, now y'all gonna go off camera, ashamed of yourself, you nasties.
You nasties.
Shout out to Raven Simone, damn it. Got upset with me because I said Olaf had a damn popsicle and they're going to be making flurries all over the place. And then y'all say Lightning McQueen.
I don't care. If you guys don't think that Piston Peak is not problematic, then screw y'all.
I said why earlier, Florentin. Your piston is peaking. The hell wrong with you?
I don't need to see that, neither. Now I'm looking at flurries as something... As
do we think now that there's so many rivers of America? Wait, do we think now that there's many Tom Sawyer Island references that people would focus on that instead of Piston Peak? Probably.
I'm just gonna type this in the chat, and y'all can just do what you want with that. That's what flurries mean, ladies and gentlemen. All right, just moving on.
Flurries are basically what? Olaf's DNA flying across the screen?
Very, very good cloaking, Phil. Very good. Very good. Very freaking good.
Why did you...
Oh!
I just noticed on the sidebar over here. What did you do?
Do you notice what it says here? Do you know what it says here? It says the marquee attraction. Oh no, it's not.
Bill was about to lose it. Don't say it out loud, Floyd. No.
Oh no! Yeah. Wait, you guys get what I was almost gonna say?
Yeah. Because you said the mag, and then you said numb at the end.
I was reading this, and I thought it said the marquee attraction is a clone of Radiator Springs Racers in Disney's California Adventure, but it says is not.
Yes, that is exactly what needs to be said.
When I get this video on my personal feed, in my email, whatever you do, I'm editing that part out as well. So.
For the Frozen segment, we're just gonna keep the part with when they mention what the songs are, and then when it gets to Olaf, that gets cut. So
they are still trying to figure out how to splash through the mud holes. The smelly mud holes. If I could find
a new story and setting that goes beyond. Yeah, there's no details about the mud holes and the geysers. I'm surprised they didn't mention anything about the geysers. I guess they're not going to reveal everything.
Yeah, there's nothing mentioned about the Jamboree nor Luigi's roasters either.
Yes.
Well, you got the name. You got the name, and you got the image, so that says it all. But it seems that the vehicles are more like Luigi style. It's like Luigi's Junkyard Jamboree. Okay, now what do we think about this vehicle? Does it match the original concept art, or is it totally changed?
It looks like Evel Knievel a little bit. which is
Because
off-road.
honesty from the from the vehicles from the concept art, they seemed more sporty.
Here's
Yes.
one of the car's frogs on top of that
Yes.
stump.
Oh, we got a car frog. Is that a Tiana's Bayou reference?
Maybe. It's cute. I mean, I won't mind a plushie.
No, it's in the middle of nature. So yeah. Are
By the
these
way,
two
I
cars
still-
attached to each other? Yeah. Are these two
No,
vehicles?
they're separate. They're
Yeah.
separate.
Okay.
Mhm.
Because
Yeah,
because remember in the testing, right? They did off-road testing, right? I think they use what do they use? They use Jeep Wagoneers.
I will say that I don't know if it's all the vehicles.
Wranglers. That's what I'm going to say. Jeep
Yes.
Wranglers. They use Jeep Wranglers.
I will say that I don't know if this is some of the vehicles, but here all the vehicles have happy faces, whereas the previous concept art we got some vehicles that looked like that appeared their faces was like watch out, like angry, not angry face, but like some of the vehicles had serious faces.
They weren't enjoying themselves like Lightning McCrane.
Oh God! Wow. See.
I was about to say something else. I'm so sorry.
What? That was accidental. Okay.
That's nice.
Yeah,
The Ranger J Autobahn is very similar to the name of Ardurbahn.
Autobahn.
Yeah, very close in name. Who is from a short called Grand Canyon Scope, or I believe it's like the same character where you see him, interacting with Humphrey the bear, in those shorts. Because I remember him being in plenty of those Humphrey shorts. Anyways, the Grand Canyon Scope, if you want a reference of what it means in this article, is a short release from 1944. This new character will appear as a audio animatronics figure in the queue for the Cars Rally race attraction. Here's what he would look like. That guy that you see on that image you saw of last year that looked like a cartoon-ish looking Disney's kids map that you can color in whatever you play with. Against the backdrop, we're going to do a photo.
I don't know why the trees here resemble Brocky Mountain, but I guess that's to tie.
Well, they just wanted to make the trees look like broccoli again, because
to blend in with Tiana's Bayou Adventure.
Yes.
But also, hang on, y'all. Now, I know Broccoli Mountain has been said for some time, but if you look in the swamps of Louisiana, they do seem mossy.
Yeah, I know that. I mean, I've seen what trees look like in Florida. They're no different.
Right. So maybe they were trying to do more.
Wouldn't it be funny if you're standing in the queue for this attraction and then they play Tiana singing "Almost There"? You're almost there.
It would make more sense for Evangeline Park than this night. No, like this
Piston
is more like
Peak, you're coming through, and I'm not
Are we there yet? Are we there yet? Are we there yet? Are we there
No,
yet?
Tiana says, "Piston Peak, you're coming through," and I'm not there.
And
of course, he's not there.
Did you really say coming through, bro? Did you really just say okay? I'm just going to take a swig of my tequila. Okay.
Well, yeah, you're walking through racing, driving through Piston Peak. Sheesh.
And coming through.
Turn off my camera.
Okay.
All right. Just one
Moving
that
on.
be on the record.
Above and below and to the side and amidst geysers.
I've tried to present a lot of close-up images to highlight as much as possible. Anyway, here's my photos of the massive model. from the show floor. The 2026, this year's D23 Expo. So if you know, this down here is Tiana's Broccoli Mountain.
Yes, this is the view. This is the vantage view from Tiana's Bayou Adventure direction, facing. You can see the mountain is where Liberty Square is because.
If you can see,
Oh.
Snowy Mountain is located right across the way from where Liberty Square and Frontierland.
So actually, wait.
meet.
Okay, so actually, because I remember in the concept art.
So the Golden Horse Show review is where that Snowy Mountain might be across from.
It looks like a snowy rally in the concept art. I know exactly what you're talking about, Florian. Was this a way for them to have like a snowy mountain on the East Coast, like the Matterhorns on the West Coast?
Maybe they've been trying to do that for a long time now.
Yeah, not in terms of scale, but just the representation.
No, because I think the mountain was supposed to be the mountain is where it's gonna have waterfalls. No, isn't the mountain the whole point of the mountain is from the Piston Peak in the Plains, right? And it's the vehicles is normally the vehicles is supposed to climb the mountain, right? Still. Yeah, I get what you're saying. That is that a way of bringing like some sort of Matterhorn to Disney World?
I'm hoping that they climb the mountain and plunge through the mountain.
But all those concept images, all those first concept images was 100% showing the cars climbing the mountain, coming down from the mountain.
Let me see something.
But I will say there's an update because in the beginning the mountains was supposed to be taller and it was supposed to. You see that peak icon there. It was supposed to be that peak icon was supposed to be at the top of the mountain.
Snowy mountain.
I see it's been lowered to the side of the mountain.
Yes, you know why? Because that would be horrendous. I mean
these giant lines.
I made some concept images of how that peak would appear from Magic Kingdom from far away, and I'm not a fan of that icon, that peak icon, that what you call it, that rock structure, that rock icon, even though it's for cars or planes, it's not. I guess it changes my mind when I see it in person because
Yes.
If you wanted a reference to a Lion King villains reference, the geysers are over here. What's going on in the area where Skull lives? There's geysers. There's the geyser way in the north end here.
There was a very faint. There was the song "Be Prepared." Those geysers were going off during the "Be Prepared."
Yeah, when he's strolling around in the introduction of the song, something. Yeah, there's geysers and like one of hyenas was impacted by geyser and stuff like. Yeah. And
so you can see this is the view that you have from Haunted Mansion or Fantasyland.
Oh yeah, this is reference view from Haunted Mansion overlooking that. This is the image overview from Tiana's Bayou.
Yes, and by the way, everybody, I did look this up. That Snowy Mountain is a setting. The Snowy Mountain setting in Disney's Planes franchise. Prominently features in the first Lane flight sequence and prominently featured in the sequel Planes Fire Rescue, which is set around the mountainous Piston Peak National Park. So Piston Peak National Park.
Yes, the mountain is part of the national park. Yes,
from Planes. So this is a part of it. It just should have probably been a Cars movie instead of a separate movie, but.
But that doesn't mean that Cars 4 might still be coming, maybe not now, but in the future, and
they might make a stop by.
Yeah, even if they make a stop by,
Yeah, that Fort Langhorne reference is almost in the same reference location because I remember taking that like escape tunnel from the fort, and you appear run from this.
But you know, they can always go the Tiana's Bayou Adventure route because the Tiana's Bayou Adventure route is like a separate story or continuation of her story, and there's no film. Or there was supposed to be a TV show, but it never happened. So
Yes,
it depends what route that they go. You know, if they don't do a movie based on that, then again, it's like it's like experiencing something like from Galaxy's Edge, experiencing it in a different form, but with your imagination.
Right.
So the southern end of the bottom end towards Frontierland is the Valley Racers, and the one right over by the Haunted Mansion here is the whatchamacallit, base school bus racers or whatever they be. I can see the Liberty Bell riverboat building is still there present.
Oh, yes, it's right there. Yes, see, it's facing the waterfalls. Yes.
Yeah, looks like to me a platform where you can like watch nature and watch all the cars go by, maybe or something.
Yes, it's possible, or it's more of a quiet spot because.
Yeah, that's what I mean. The quiet.
I think because I think certain areas they wanted it to be quiet, and it depends. Look, it depends.
Here's a vantage point from Frontierland. So this building closest to the photograph person is where Golden.
Oh, okay. Yes.
Shoe View is located. Okay.
Okay.
And
yeah, the mountain size, it kind of balances with Big Thunder here, which is.
Yeah.
Oh, I do see a car that's racing in and out of the mountain. So.
Yeah. There's racing.
All right.
Mountain.
All right. So the cars, they're not so far from the riverboat station, actually. So
no.
You might be right. We might be able to see it. So.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Here's the vantage point of looking down from as a drone shot from the riverboat dock.
My favorite thing is that they kept. My favorite part of it is that the riverboat Liberty Bell riverboat station. That's I am happy. That's one of my favorite things to see because I think seeing that building being demolished would be kind of difficult because it's great that you'll be able to stand in the station because this station was what you always stood in before you embarked on the Liberty Bell. So it's still part of you. It's still part of you, but now it's part of you, but it's in a new way. And the riverboat station is a great homage.
I really see that. Is that the waterfall you mentioned about on the Snowy Mountain? It's very prominent here.
Yeah. Yes. Mm-hmm.
Very.
And you can see the waterfalls are coming down the direction of the.
Oh yeah, I see
station.
It.
So
really nice. Now I see the Piston Creek here at the bottom.
I don't see much water anymore. Didn't they say there was, or maybe isn't there? I don't see.
They said there was going to be water features.
No, they said on the side of Frontier, there was going to be like a stream.
Well, it's right there. Can you see?
Yeah. Somebody had commented and saying not enough water.
Well, no. I mean, like I'm bringing it back with America. Screw all of you.
If you want to see what I mean, you have to go back to the image facing from Tiana's Bayou Adventure.
Yep, the Mike Fink Keelboats building. that was referenced is gone. Because look, it's the entrance area of the Haunted Mansion over here.
It wasn't in the concept art, so
I know.
I'm not surprised.
Yeah. And even in my concept of, utilizing the land, by keeping Rivers America, I would have had to remove the Mike Fink Keelboat's building anyways, because I need access to be behind the Haunted Mansion and the land behind it. Otherwise, I can't access it without demolishing the Mike Hill Riverboat's dock there, which was all of us know it as for Fast Pass ticket station.
I replied to somebody's comment because their comment was as a Cars fan, they always just like myself was always up for a Cars Yand, but they never expected a Cars Yand would have to replace, or they never wished that having a Cars Yand would mean replacing Rivers of America or
yeah, exactly, right. Here's the far northern end of Piston Creek. I don't care if you're bothered by that, but that's what it is.
Is this the view from Big Thunder or the entrance to Villains? I think
this is the front entrance of Villains.
Yes.
This is the far north.
Wow, this is a cool vantage point.
And that's what I mean about referring back to Lion King about be prepared, because of there's geysers, in the sequence of that song, going off. And there's a geyser right there, going off here and there. And I don't know why there's no model of Thunder Mountain clearly I could see here, but maybe there's another one here. Oh, here.
There it is.
Here it is. And the geyser is right there in the middle of the pathway here. There's a pathway between the geysers and the Big Thunder Mountain here. So Thunder Mountain sits on the border of the Villains Land area and the Piston Peak area. Mm-hmm. Here is some vantage points of that Derby ride, that was referred to look like Fort Langhorne, what looks like, I guess.
That Luigi Junkyard Jamboree, sort of.
Yeah, which was supposed to be Luigi Junkyard Jamboree, but it's now Fritz Fritter, whatever. Okay. Should have been Luigi still, but it's like Fritz Fritter.
Next time you somebody who is not familiar, you tell them, "Hey, you want to go on Fritters? Should we go to Fritters?" And then she replies,
"I like apple fritters."
Fritters. Oh, I like fries. Let's get some fries. You mean fries? Fritters?
I like apple fritters, but I don't like Fritz Fritter's Jamboree.
Fritters, I'm hungry.
I was hungry for apple fritters, not this.
Right.
You invited me. You tricked me. So here's another vantage point. Maybe under those umbrellas, they sell apple fritters. I don't know. The Bell Bridge.
Mm-hmm.
Can't tell you right now.
It looks like you'll be able to walk on. Well, it looks like you'll be able to walk on it, which is cool.
Yeah.
I wonder if Imagineerings or West Coasters, they see this and they're like, well, in an alternate world, if we could go back in time, do we think that they would have built this version in DCA? And if there was an opportunity to go back in time, this version be in DCA, and then Cars Land would be built in Disney World.
No, I think Ray Springs Races is exactly where it needs to be, because you think about California car culture and Route 66 and how it relates to the movie. That's exactly where it needs to be.
Yeah.
And that's not to say that Florida does have a car culture, because car shows down south are huge, right? But if you want to do Ray Springs Racers, right? Disney, come here. I'm gonna give you a way to make money. The backstory of Ramon and Flo, okay? Miami movie, all right? Go through, you talk to Ramon's family members, how he grew up, and he rediscovers his childhood and everything else. That's how you bring, Ramon, and not to mention too, Ray Springs is not the only place in the Cars world that could happen. There could be a car version of Miami, and you bring that Miami flair, right?
Yeah, which I thought, because in the third movie, there's the date. Is it the Daytona Speedway?
Yes.
Yeah.
So the reason why I brought this up was because isn't this national park on the west coast of the United States?
Yeah, it's inspired by Yosemite and some other parks. Yes.
Right.
There's a reference to that famous tree you could drive through. Right?
Someone was dissecting this area and was imagining if the starting point was in the Mississippi, and then you travel to the west, and then on the way back you travel back east.
Right.
I was wondering like that, but I mean, because my racers were going cross country in those images I showed you 3 days ago.
Yep, I was right. There's the attraction right there.
Mm-hmm. Nice garage door.
Yeah, that can be the finale of because we did see them in the concept art. It's kind of like the finale of the race.
Yeah, here's a finished rally race area. Mm-hmm.
Yes, it says finish. It says finish right there.
Yep.
Yep.
Yep. Yeah, it goes through the log here. Next to Thunder Mountain. And you the track.
You got those geysers going off.
Mm-hmm. So it goes from that big mountain over here, comes all the way over to here, and back. Okay.
I guess we'll just have to see it in person and get, firsthand video of how people are riding it and how people are enjoying it, and then I think that would be the ultimate test.
I think the ultimate test would be. The ultimate test is not so much for some people it might be the whole immersion. How does it, because of the size, where it is, does it 100%, does it represent 100% success with the immersion that you feel you are in a national park? But I think the biggest test would be people going to be really, especially I think you're going to have a lot of content creators that's going to be like, really going out there with their cameras to see more like, oh, is this where parts of it we don't hear anything, or parts of it we hear anything? Yep. It's just like Hollywood Drift Hollywood Drift, but that's a different story.
They recently added sound. They recently added sound padding to help with the sound, because a lot of the California neighbors were not liking hearing the sounds of that. So
and this was the area in Magic Kingdom where people went to unwind and wanted some peace and quiet from the rest of Magic Kingdom. So that's going to be the ultimate test: is do we hear the vehicles?
Yeah.
Is it too
That's a good
noisy?
point.
Is it too noisy? Is it too much action? Is there enough quiet ambiance? I think the ambiance is gonna be how you feel being there. That's gonna
Right.
be the test factor.
I guess one thing that they could probably do is whoever narrated the Liberty Bell, they could provide the narration for Piston Peak National Park. Well, welcome to Piston Peak National Park. Now, I used to do the Liberty Bell, but now I'm going to narrate the beauty of this park. I think that would be a cool way to honor the Liberty Bell and Tom Sawyer Island, is to bring in that announcer and make him the official.
Oh, and yeah, and maybe it's possible. Maybe it's possible when you stand to see the I think the Liberty Bell Riverboat Station is a place where you can just, if you're coming from Liberty Square, you can go in it and you can stand there and you can just see the first glimpse of Piston Peak, or just get there for a photo op, or there to just stare at the water fountains, and if you're waterfalls, and if you're able to see the cars zooming by, then you're able to do that. Maybe you can have a narrator speaker there in the riverboat station, and he gives you a narration of where you're at.
Yeah.
Looks like they repurposed the Tom Sawyer dock, where you pull off and pull back in, as a quick service area here, with a new building facade in that location. Looks like. And this is another image of the cars going through the big mountain.
Yes.
This looks like just a cast member entrance door. Even though it would be nice to be in a cave entrance, but I don't know.
In a cave, ladies and gentlemen, in a cave.
Because people are asking about caves.
Oh, actually, since we're talking about caves, can you go to the image from Tiana Bayou Adventure? Or just keep going down. Maybe
keep on going down.
Maybe the cave.
Look, the goat, or maybe I don't know who lives on top of it. Is there a goat on top of it?
Is that Olaf on top of him?
No. That is a that looks like a crane of some sort.
No, he looks like an announcer guy. He's overseeing the rally racers. See the track there.
Yeah.
I don't know. The one is that a hat or a helmet on his head?
I think that's
it's a living thing. It's a living thing.
Oh, it's a car.
Yes, another car. It's an animal
on his head. Oh,
yeah.
I think that's a I think that's either a camera or a telescope.
That's a camera or a telescope. Probably.
Yeah.
And he's the announcer guy, but I don't know who's on top of his head. But,
looks like a snow G.
Rabbit.
Yes.
Yes, the vehicles are going through.
The vehicles don't appear sporty anymore as the first concept arts. They appear more. They appear more to the environment.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, they were trying to make ATVs. Like the thing I would have done, Disney, is I would have partnered with Jeep on this, and do the Jeep Wranglers.
Oh yeah,
as like the cars. That would have been too easy to do.
Oh, probably Disney. I also mentioned about like the cars may cross rickety bridges and stuff. This could be a rickety bridge here.
See, I don't see in this model the cars climbing the mountain.
Yeah, it sounds like no.
I guess it was too complicated. It was too complicated. See, that's the thing. They throw concept art at the beginning, and they saw cars coming off of a mountain, going up and down. And now we see models, and I'm not surprised the models change what they're doing. And maybe it's a good thing. It makes it more realistic.
I mean, it is elevated by a few feet down here.
It's like the villain's concept from the beginning. It's and then of course it's The very first concept is more like the first concept is always more like the Epcot concept, the Epcot renewal concept. It's
Right.
like it's always like
That's nice.
it's like always a wild version. It's a wild version before and then you start to see the next concepts and models is a more realistic. Yes. You know, the cars on the second attraction, they're kind of like Luigi's. So
A little bit.
I don't know what they mean by it's more Junkyard Jamboree.
Well, I think they meant Mater's Junkyard Jamboree and the style of that. Because remember, they tried to do Luigi's floating tires, and there was like the flying saucers, but they could never stay up and stuff like that. It was kind of harkening back to that with that attraction.
Some people were saying it's a bigger version of Disney Adventure World's attraction. I don't know.
I mean, it definitely is a big park from what it seems here.
It is a Luigi.
What is interesting is the main attraction. The main attract, even though in this model, the main attraction is somehow hidden. Know what I mean?
Yeah,
you're able to see the national park, but
well, I rather have it hidden because I don't want to obscure the existing land around it.
Right.
Because that was what was really, really the concern of everyone, who was against this. Of like,
yeah,
all I need to hear is some like, welcome to the haunted mansion.
Yeah, the only thing that some people were curious about is when the cars go. Well, we probably would have seen concept art if that was the case. When the cars enter through the inside of the mountain or through caves, would there be something inside that you see?
I mean, we can pull that off. Is there a car riding a geyser here?
It looks like it. I don't think you're off. It looks like it.
I don't know how they're going to pull that one off.
Right, because cars and wire, undercarriage usually don't mix well. So
I mean,
that looks like a kid. That looks like a child car that is just having a good old time in the geysers, and maybe this part of the geysers is fake, whereas the rest of the geysers are real. So.
Yeah, all the geysers are real, though. But
no, I get what Florentine is saying though, because you know how like sometimes they'll have like a decorative, piece within the landscape, so that could be something there. But they would have to figure out if they wanted to make it a real geyser there. I was going to say they could have also turned this besides Evangeline Park, which I think I figured out a way to fix Tiana's Bayou Adventure. I may do that as a separate live, in addition to Evangeline Park. But why did they turn this into Big Thunder Mountain Park?
Here's the
But if they did that, you mean Big Thunder Park without the cars? So it's
no, it's a companion piece. So you got Big Thunder Mountain.
Because I think because when I picture that they were bringing cars next to Big Thunder Mountain, that's why for me I'm not saying that you have to clone Radiator Springs Racers or you have to clone the town of Radiator Springs, but I thought that what is interesting was, especially when we first saw that model, which it was just a model of Radiator Springs. I think they actually had a model on a table of Radiator Springs Racers, and it seems that the top parts of the mountain didn't have the car piece on it. The fact that they were pitching like cars next to Big Thunder Mountain like matching the Big Thunder Mountain with the canyons of the desert. And I thought to have a desert environment, that's something that doesn't exist in Disney World. And having a desert environment would work because it's so hot. It gets hot and humid in Florida. And I think whatever I'm not saying a national park, but this is more like Wilderness Lodge. It's almost like what you get in Wilderness Lodge. But I mean, what's great, what I think that what is special, what makes what makes it's hot everywhere, but if you have a desert land in Disney World and it's hot, like, okay, like, we get to experience a desert next to Big Thunder Mountain, and so it's hot, but I prefer that over a concrete Toy Story end in the hot.
I mean, you can even call it Marceline Iser Park.
Marcy Desert and Park, so Iron Park next to it, right? Just
or something.
That's why when they said Beyond Big Thunder, I thought the whole thing was like surrounding Big Thunder. Is like Big Thunder was the main proponent, right?
Right. And also, to tell you the truth, the reason why I said Marceline Iser Park is because it's combined Geyser and Marceline, but also too, this could have been a geyser national park where you could have the greenery, but the main element is water. So when
you see the shape of the mountain. The shape of the mountain here, it kind of resembles Tokyo Disney Sea, kind of. Not, but
I see a piston there clearly.
Yes, and now it's standing there instead of on the top of the mountain. So
right.
Here's what the vantage point of the.
There's only one now, which is good because there was supposed to be 3 of them.
Focused on sight lines and how the cars race plopped in the middle of Frontierland looks from the rest of the park. If they could pull this off, something on par with Prometheus, it'd be a huge win. Okay. Here's a announcer car alongside the track. Although you can hear the static model, Imagineers also address the potential noise pollution of off-road cars zooming around a valley race on colonial America. Thankfully, this is being taken into consideration. Mm-hmm. Is it though? Noise will be mitigated from Liberty Square and elsewhere via variety of measures. This includes, but is not limited to, landscape buffers, artificial audioscape of the attraction, and little things like the pitch of the track. Okay, perfect. Sure is that.
Wait a minute. Disney's talking about pot? You can't have pot at Disney. Pitch of the track.
On par.
Artificial audioscape of the attraction, and even things like bits of the track.
I'm guessing that's like the and what do they call it? The inanimate. Oh my god! I know what I'm trying to say. Inanimate objects, inanimate sounds. Just natural sounds that they can pump into the park. That's what I meant to say. And you're good, Phil. I was just making a joke about pot, the pitch of the track. So don't mind.
It's okay. It says I'm trying to imagine. I'm trying to make sense the large mound on the Liberty Square side. What is a mound?
To gum health as brushing and
The mountain, I guess.
Gum Detoxify. It penetrates gum pockets to eliminate the trapped plaque that brushing can't reach. For healthier gums in just 2 weeks. Try Crest.
The large mound. All right.
Here's the person showing the area. You don't need the video. That's some picture, but here's a video.
I think the ghosts are saying, "What the fuck is happening in our backyard?"
Twitch Twitter looking at us all funny from that building.
Like, what is
those
this
are
shit?
big those are big walking paths. It almost feels like Epcot, like bigger space for walking.
Yeah, that's it there. I think we covered it all, guys. You just saw the whole.
Since Phil is the map, can he measure this area and measure how to train your dragon in Epic? And it's not important, but I mean, it's not important. Never mind. It's just, okay. See, there was a model of this. There was a model of this without the rooftops. So that was a couple of years back, and when I first saw that, I was like, they're bringing that to Disney World, but they're kind of removing the top part because it has to blend in with Big Thunder Mountain.
Oh, really?
Yeah, if I can find that image.
Well, they should have built on the other side of Rivers America. I would have loved to have seen this.
Well, that was some of our pitches, right? Beyond Big Thunder is on the other side of Big Thunder, beyond the riverbend.
You want to pull up your images?
Oh my God! You know what? You would, if you had rethemed Tiana's Splash Mountain to Pocahontas, then there would have been a meaning when you say beyond the river, just behind the riverbend, because just behind the riverbend is beyond Big Thunder.
Yes.
Which, by the way, I am going to try to work on Pocahontas for the Beyond Liberty Square area, which is on the Riverbend area, or, sort of. There. Oh, we got 48 comments here.
Oh, wow.
With family-friendly attraction added to the model, now the mind is going to the future of Tomorrowland Speedway. Based on the size constraints of the model, it doesn't look like that could be a direct-indirect replacement, at least not large enough for a track-style race, maybe a bumper car style ride.
All right. He's talking about the Speedway. Yeah.
Yeah. Talking about this race car racers, coming to the Cars Land, Piston Peak. But maybe it's not Lisp. Nope, it's not Lisp, what I just said. Anyways, if that provides little ones the feeling of driving, even if they just going in circles, and if the Valley Ride provides the bigger kids some sense of driving, I don't know if there's info yet. Well, maybe tomorrow, maybe there might be info. We'll see if they explain it.
Well, we know the Autopia cars are supposed to be electric, so I'm assuming that the cars at Tomorrowland Speedway will be electric.
Yeah. The combination of the two could be enough justification to move the Tomorrowland Speedway question
You
mark?
know, when I first saw the concept art of Piston Peak,
Is
I
Southbound on your
thought
bucket
I
list? This
never
summer,
thought
it's time to bend
the
your
way
rules.
if you
Wild
see the
moments,
concept
deep
art.
culture, bold flavors, shining river views, and a home run at any hour. Whether you're coming back or just discovering us, embrace it all. Around the bend. Visit South Bend.
It never appeared to me that the second attraction for the kids would be like a spinner or like junkyard jamboree. But I guess I was confused because one day I looked at it again and that was the main attraction again. Maybe I thought the kids version would be kind of the speedway, the same way as the Tomorrowland Speedway, where you're not just spinning around in one area, where more like you're driving around the same way as the main attraction.
Right.
But it's a kids version, so it's more slow and it's not.
With all the land that Walt Disney World Florida has, of course, I don't have to read the rest maybe. This could have been done behind Big Thunder Mountain. Hello? And we could still have kept the beloved Rivers of America. Hello? And peacefulness. I'm sorry for being loud. Yeah, I
And
know.
peacefulness.
That if that just wasn't reasonable, I will shut my mouth. Okay. This rendering has impressed me and just about won me. Okay. I'm never being won over. It's restrooms.
So you're telling me that he said all that, but at the end he's impressed.
He's impressed.
If that just wasn't reasonable from maintenance cost, this rendering has impressed me.
This basically was, Jeff Vale's answer to Rivers of America, because if you remember me sharing a blog back in September or maybe early October, it was a year ago around this time, because I think it was recorded about August or something, shared onto X, that Jeff Vale just hates maintaining things, and like when he was part of that department, in charge of that department or such, he would just find ways to go around it and stuff, and he hated to maintain the Rivers of America's track. Josh L. Harris was part of that blog, if you know.
It's restrooms.
Yeah, hi Tom, how are you? I was reading this article and looking at the photos to try to find a clue about a specific building, but I didn't find anything. Do we know what the new structure is next to the Haunted Mansion? Is it?
Can you imagine? Can you imagine?
Restrooms.
Can you imagine you're this person, and I don't know this person if they're very it doesn't matter. Can you imagine if you're this person and you're studying the concept art or the model, and then of all the whole model and everything, the attraction, the mountain,
Right.
the geysers, the only thing that you're so curious about is a certain building. So curious about the certain building that you want to know what it is, that you have the time and audacity to go commenting, asking what the building is, and then after that, behold, you get a comment saying it's restrooms.
Yeah. I was like, you.
Yeah, but also too, I mean, there were a lot of people thinking that could be a Haunted Mansion restaurant. So you can't rag on too bad, Florentin.
I mean, I'm like,
You have a good point, because it's sitting next to Haunted Mansion. Yeah, you're right. You're right.
And not everyone who loves the
No, but I still think it's hysterical when someone comments and saying it's a restaurant.
It's just the simplicity of the answer that you're laughing at. I understand.
I mean,
I think it's the utter disappointment. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Okay, now Emmett is outlined. Go back to Emmett's comment. Emmett's outlined.
This looks fantastic. Even better than Radiator Springs Racers. Wish they could have added an extra road to divide vehicles for capacity purposes, though. Hopefully, they can also figure out.
Hopefully, they can figure out a way to prevent downtime due to inclement weather. Nevertheless, this area and the race rally will both be extremely popular. Only thing that will really suffer due to this ride will be SDMT's popularity, which is what is SDMT? Do we know? Do you guys know?
I cannot believe.
Only thing that will really suffer due this ride will be SDMT's What is SDMT's, guys? Do you know?
You're just
popularity.
I have no idea.
As rope dropping, that will become very easy.
I'm going to just say this. This is one of those times where you had a long day, you tired somebody, and you just are on E. How dare you say that this is better than Radiator Springs Racers, where Radiator Springs part of like before Frozen, there was Cars, okay, and not to mention too. If you don't know who Pat Sajak is, he was the host of Wheel of Fortune, and he was a weatherman in California. And do you know weather people, meteorologists, they all they had to say was it was going to be sunny again. So maybe have you thought, Emmett, the reason why it's so successful out there is because it never rains. It's always sunny. Huh? Did you think about that?
But do you think that the reason why he says this is better than Radiator Springs Racers is because of the way the cars will maneuver? Because Radiator Springs Racers is a test track system. Who cares?
I mean, potentially, but like. Yeah.
When we don't know how it's gonna work out. So
this is true. But for him to say that this looks better than Radiator Springs Racers, where it's like you literally walk down Radiator Springs Main Street and you're in it.
Yeah, you're that's the most immersed you're in the movie.
Right. And
that's the closest thing you're in the reality of Cars. It's not just here. You get to see. Here is inspired. It's the only thing here. It's detached from Cars, but then you see Mater and you see Lightning McQueen. Whereas in DCA, you are attached to Cars. You are in their environment. You are in their home.
Correct. And it's like, bro, this is the first time that this park is being created. Like the theming of a park versus a whole town. Stop it.
Yeah, but this comment was all wishy-washy because half of the sentences I don't even understand. I don't even know what he's trying to point out.
And I don't know what they mean by SDMT. I have no idea. Is that a Disney term, SDMT?
No, I thought it's an attraction. It's another attraction because they're talking about popularity. This ride will be
SDMT. Oh, Seven Dwarfs Mine Train.
Oh.
Like, wait a minute, can you go back up?
Go back. Go back.
Go back up, Phil, because like, how lazy do you have to be to put in the acronym? You can't type out Seven Dwarfs Mine Train, you dumb fuck. Really?
Only thing that will suffer due to this ride. Oh, okay. So he admits this is better. Okay, it's weird, right? It says this is better than Radiator Springs Racers, but not good enough that it will suffer because of Seven Dwarfs Mine Train. So how is it better than?
It's the laziness for me of not being able to type out all the words for me. Like, what are we doing here?
No, but this is common. There's a lot of people that abbreviate attraction names now, and for me, I cannot really pick it up. Other people can. So.
But it's just like you look. I mean, there was that long paragraph at the top, right? They were able to type out how many words they wanted to. Now I do know that some comment sections they limit the words, but really, Seven Dwarfs Mine Train, really, you can't put.
Maybe they wanted to make it like some people are like confused. They're like, "What did you say?" But you just typed it in, right? Did you type it to find out what it was? Okay.
What is Dandrophil?
I had Dandrophil.
What the hell?
Dandruff.
I'll look it up.
Looking at the difference between Dandruff cars, I can imagine how beautiful it would be to stand there and do a 360 turn. I love Florida. Okay. What's Dandrophil?
So Dandrophil is a person who loves trees, forests, and woodland scenery.
Oh. Okay. Somebody said Dandrophil somewhere.
At least that's the actual word instead of abbreviating shit.
Yeah, at least they spelled it out. Good God.
Wow, 2 comments mentioning brain fart.
Oh. Should have had
two, or that was a reply. Was that a reply?
Yes, that's a reply to the post being made. Should have had left America. Said when things turned upside down because someone in Imaginarium had a card.
You know, I just thought of something. You know those Comedy Central roasts that happen? Walt Disney Imagineering will never sign themselves up for a Comedy Central roast because I promise you, the Disney fans that will be.
Can you guys imagine? Can you imagine? Oh my God! Can you guys imagine if the very first time that they announced Piston Peak replacing Rivers of America would have been showcasing this model? Those people, everybody would have took this model and dissected and roasted it too.
Oh yeah,
abomination.
Naughty. I'm getting big mind through Nature's Wonderland feeling about this model, but it's cars. I gotta say, I think seeing the model and layout is and everything, it makes me feel like it's a very Disney swing. It makes it more about the landscape and what you are going to see on the ride, and not the IP of the ride itself.
Oh, so that's the Disney swing?
Pause for 1 second. Lightning McQueen and Mater are there, and that's intellectual property from a movie called Cars. But continue on with this.
I'm also curious about the operations of all of this. 2 very outdoor rides in Florida, where weather is just getting more and more extreme. Hopefully they figure out how to operate them in the rain, in hurricanes and tropical storms, and they have something that works no matter what the weather throws at it in.
Isn't it ironic that me and Brian the other day we were talking. Brian came up with the idea of Evangeline Park, and yes. I told him that we have great ideas for Evangeline Park, or making a park, Tiana, turning the area of Piston Peak as Tiana's park or something. But I told him that Disney has to build attractions. So that's why I asked, what would be a Princess and the Frog kids attraction if you put it next to this park? And I came up with the idea of the frogs, the frogs thing. But it's ironic that they really want to replace it with an e-ticket attraction to make money off of it. But forget that these 2 attractions, they're all 100% outdoors.
Yes.
So
I strongly dislike the Cars movies and characters. I just can't get behind ripping out something so amazingly themed as Rivers of America, or Tom Sawyer Island for that. I mean, I get Tom Sawyer is technically IP, but it felt more like a piece of American history. It wasn't in your face like an ugly cartoon car is. My God, I mean, I mean, in the world of Disney, like Cars is more valuable than Frozen, but that's neither here nor there. And he also said, I would not like to hear Larry the Cable Guy's voice again. What did Larry do to you?
Okay, Brian, you're saying that Cars is more valuable than Frozen?
What the heck? Yeah, what did you do to
Yes.
you? Goodness gracious.
Yeah, that was a very vain comment about Cars. Like, what the hell?
I mean, the only thing that makes Cars successful was Larry the Cable Guy, I recall.
Yes.
Good grief.
And Owen Wilson, it was a blessing in disguise for him.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And not to mention, too, Rascal Flatts' Life is a Highway.
Is he talking about Mater's? Is he talking about Mater's voice?
No,
Mater's voice.
Mater's
voice.
Mater,
Larry
Cars franchise at all. I mean, it was a genuine hater.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, with Frozen, you know, I hate it, but it's more for the fact that it's all over the place all the time than the actual franchise. Because I did find an angle that I could hold on to. That don't mean I'm a fan. But I wasn't that dude. I'm not that damn hateful. Good damn.
They want me to repurpose the old Liberty Square boat entrance into a more covered seating with, I could see it seating and overlook area. Yeah, that's probably the reason why it's there.
Yeah, and I think it's gonna be a photo pass area too.
Yeah, because it's gonna have a nice shot of the mountain, the snowy mountain in the foreground, and maybe.
Do not have a DVC booth.
Oh God, they already got a DVC booth where the shooting at.
Right.
Where the shooting arcade used to be. It's so good, goddamn. To me, it looks like a mini Cars Land versus a full size. Right,
Yeah, but this would be their excuse to pitch you like a DVC membership so you can stay at Fort Wilderness or at the Lakeshore Lodge since after you're inspired by Piston Peak, they're gonna say, well, you can continue that experience at Lakeshore Lodge and Wilderness Lodge.
I would agree with that. That would make a lot of sense.
Add more shade to all of this. I found in Disneyland, California, what they're putting there at Piston Peak, that means the ride being put into Piston Peak will be very short and boring ride, and then to make the second attraction a flat ride, to just more boredom for this area. The area overall may look really good, but overall, I can feel we can have boring new attractions.
Oh my God!
Keep the riverboat at Tom Sawyer Island.
You are just despicable, sir. Just fucking despicable.
I'm just throwing shade because, I come if I had the dream and my dream came on true, I'm just like,
wow, these people admit that the riverboat in Tom Sawyer Island is not boring.
Yeah.
But that's not shocking. That shouldn't be a shocking surprise to anybody who actually cares about it.
I mean, this ride is no much different than riding the roadsters at Tomorrowland Speedway. Good dang.
I mean, honestly, tell you the truth.
And I want to tell you guys, that's why I think I want to say that entering the caves and entering the mountain, I think it's crucial that there is something inside when the vehicles go inside. There is something, a surprise, a reveal, something inside the mountain or inside the tunnel or inside the underground or inside the cave. Because if there is not, and it's just going through a mountain and coming out, going through a cave and coming out, then Because Radiator Springs Racers, you go into the mountain, and then you have everything that's inside. You got the animatronics inside before you come out, and you race your way, which I think is really cool.
Well, let me say this to you, good sir. When we saw the model, right, we didn't see the inside of those logs, correct? If we go to the Incredicoaster, right, at Disney's California Adventure, you see Elastigirl inside the coaster trying to catch Jack. So we don't know what's inside the log. So there could
so you're telling me when they had the model of Carsland and the Radiator Springs Racers, they never revealed what was inside?
No, not that. I'm talking about Piston Peak. We don't know what's inside those logs. So there could be some car references or planes references inside.
Maybe the paint is inside,
Yeah,
I'm just bringing it up. I think that it's crucial that there is some kind of surprise inside when you're going inside, because otherwise the way this commenter describes it, boring. Yeah, there has to be something that intrigues you to ride this attraction in order for you to experience something.
I don't see it being thrilling at all. I mean, it's like Tomorrowland Speed Race, where it's like.
Sadly, a 1 minute roller coaster is more thrilling than this.
And to refer back to.
So this is going to be shorter than Tron, right?
It's going to be a little bit longer than Tron, I noticed.
You know what's crazy is all these rides that takes forever to get on, like Frozen Ever After, takes forever to get on, and then the ride is so short.
It's going to be just as long or short as the Tomorrowland Speedway, so you may be running around for like 7 minutes, and that's it.
I wish there was a piece of technology or equipment or something where you could, I don't know, maybe pop your ticket in and then you get another ticket with a specific time to come back to that attraction.
Oh,
I wonder if that existed back in the day, y'all.
The Fast Pass, y'all.
That's what that is. Yes.
I guess this dude is fearing that he will be over there and all you hear is Lightning McQueen, dang it.
Ka-chow!
Darn it.
This is a kind of a nice park, Lightning McQueen. I gotta tell you something. I was mudding earlier with some of my what do they call what do they call them, homeboys?
Yeehaw!
So
mud holes. Come experience them. No, cannot do maters.
I just visually heard in my mind, like me standing in front of the Haunted Mansion there. They just cleaned it up, guys. It looks very nice. Then you have the dog howling in the back.
It's no more Go to Big Thunder, and this is the wildest ride in the wilderness. And next door you hear Mater, yeehaw!
Lord,
you know what? The yeehaw is just fine for
Yeehaw's Toy Story. You might as well throw Jesse.
But you know what? Mater does have a country drawl, so he can say yeehaw, because it makes sense.
Are you guys grateful because in earlier pitches, even Mickey Views predicted that there was going to be a Woody attraction within this?
Be interesting.
I don't know how that would have worked. I think Toy Story Land makes more sense than just making a park for Woody.
No, I think in the beginning. Well, we don't know. That's why I came up with
maybe in the beginning, yeah.
No, that's why I predicted it was a desert, because a desert you would have Coco on one side, you would have cars, even if it's just the attraction at the time on one side. And then you would have had Woody on another side, and Woody is like cowboy, so cowboy works with the desert.
Right.
If you want to mention, it also. He's thinking it almost looks like the vehicles share the same mechanics as the Indy dinosaur ride.
Oh yes.
Up and down.
That's a good point. Very good point.
Because they're trying to figure out what to do about the mud and stuff because they really want mud effects per se.
Oh, and you know, since it's a desert, what if you brought back Inspector from Toy Story?
Why it's Cars Ride?
Inspector.
Eat what? Stinky Pete?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
No. Stinky Pete.
So which one do you want me to click on next, guys?
It
We can
looks.
go on. We can continue that area subject, I guess.
I mean, it looks like we're now. Hang on a second. Didn't I say last night that Coco 2 will influence the ride? Didn't I say that? Look at that right there. Coco Boat Ride offers clue that Coco Boat Ride is a sequel to the movie. Come on. I'm not even there, and I'm on point.
Okay, going to Villain's Land.
Okay, so I have a question for you. Is the Monsters Inc. sequel related to Monsters Inc. And Hollywood Studios?
They didn't announce anything.
Right, here we go. We got Dangerfield.
But if
Now we
so,
know
that
what it
means
is.
Piston Peak is the only area that is not inspired by a sequel.
No, I think that Monstropolis is its own world. So
We got Snow White trees being presented as the only models to appear for the expansion area for the Villain's Land. Let's start about the basic background about the Imagineering. At D23's event in Anaheim, this is the largest pavilion at Walt Disney World Imagineering has ever done.
yes.
And while it does show, yeah, I did see. And Andy's bedroom looked very cool.
I'm a little I'm a little bit disappointed at Piston Peak because I expected we see the cars climbing up the mountain, going all the way up to the peak, and go all the way down to the peak. And I know it's concept art, and it's just concept art. It's like concept art that's testing your brains, and then in reality, it's more like a kiddie ride. That just
And also,
you're just going in a circle and going in the cave and coming out the cave, and that's it.
refer back to that model there, and also the latest concept work.
Oh, so here's a question.
Following each other throughout the land. Based upon what potentially Disney showed us the artwork.
So what when they made the announcement for the Piston Peak attraction, didn't they say that it's frills? Do we think that now is it still but is it now still frills or now it's family friendly?
I think it's family friendly.
It looks very
I think
fun.
so. That's why it's modified now, right? Because before the way they said frills is like you're gonna go. Do they still mention because in the concept art it's like the car was gonna splash through water and
yeah, it had like they were gonna splash through mud and stuff because remember the cars were more ATVs, right, than what we are seeing now. So,
oh, there are no more TVs. Okay.
no.
Okay.
Because if Phil
Oh wait, is there a track now? The car is on the track now?
Yeah,
Yeah,
they
the
were
model
doing
that we
it the
just
whole
showed.
time that we were showing that. Yeah.
Yeah.
If Phil pulls up concept art, he doesn't have to do it now. But if he pulled up the concept art now, you would see in the original concept art there were ATVs, not those cars.
So basically, they're telling us that the cars were not going to be on tracks, and now the car is on. Now the cars are on tracks. So
Yes.
so I guess
But you remember the off-roading testing footage where they were using the Jeep when they were using the Jeep Wranglers to test that out.
yeah.
That was for that, and that went to that concept art. But now apparently there must have been some testing that didn't come out clean in the buttermilk.
Yeah.
Here we are.
So he talks about all the models.
Okay, so if the car is now on the track, how come they're saying it's not a copy of Radiator Springs Racers then? because they're not speeding.
I think it's the side by side thing. I think.
Oh, side by side. Wait. Oh, yeah. Oh, true, yeah.
Mm-hmm. So there's many models in this area featuring California Adventure, Space Mountain Earthwise, and don't know if there's going to be video mentioned here. Don't know. Waiting for it to show up. And Lion King Pride Lands at Disney Adventure World, plus Tropical America's Carousel Progress, Mestropolis at Walt Disney World. So there's many models here. Okay, I'm just going to see if anything shows up. Nope, that's just an ad box. For the 2026 Expo, Walt Disney Imagineering intentionally designed a pavilion that captures the excitement of the Imagineering. Feels as it brings projects to life that were announced in the prior D23 and 24 at the Horizons Showcase Parks panel happening later. Aptly named Imagining Horizons Pavilion celebrates the extraordinary moment of growth and momentum happening across Disney experiences, with each resort represented throughout the space. The biggest of those announcements 2 years ago were Villains at Magic Kingdom. Just tomorrow concluded the Parks panel with a bang, officially announcing Villains Land and revealing that it be home to 2 major attractions and dining and shopping in incredibly twisted grand scale. Here's that still image of that event in 2024. So I believe that Villains Land will include an outdoor story coaster and an indoor family-friendly dark ride, though it might be including about the Magic Mirror, because it's been really floating around a lot this week or two. Like the main attraction who hosts one of these rides will be the Magic Mirror himself. Not just because of Braylon mentioned it, to inspire something, but
Thank you. And probably at Disney as well has been talking about that as well.
Yeah.
Shout out to her.
I watched her yesterday.
We gotta give an applause to Brian.
Look forward to that.
Given the likelihood that noteworthy that Villains Land has comparatively undersized presence at the pavilion is not completely surprising. There's only so much that Imagineering would want to,
No, I was just saying, just like, for example, the Monstropolis Pavilion, right? And Florentin said, what do you think about the Welcome to Monstropolis with Mike and Son? I'm like, Florentin, do you think one day before you're about to reveal a brand new land to the entire world on your streaming platform, do you actually think you will put the actual title of the show that's going to go into the place where Muppet Vision 3D was taken away and people got to piss the fuck off at you for? No. You do a placeholder and then you announce it at 10 p.m. during the showcase.
By the way, I want to ask you, Florian, you got enough space because we're already past 5 hours.
Oh, about space? Well,
yeah, for your
Because I'm not paying for mine, and mine is limited to 5 hours.
I am on it. I don't think I'm on advanced. I'm on the other one. So.
Oh. So you're gonna have problems uploading it.
No, I have I'm on the paid one. Like I got a.
Are you on the paid one? Okay, that's all I was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
concerned about.
Mhm.
As being non-paid for me, I was just
Right.
like, I can't go over 5 hours. Okay.
The only
Right.
reason is because they gave me this special deal, this special discount.
That's,
Special discount.
I'm guessing it's the thing that was mentioned in my description of last night's live, day before's live. Of,
No, that was very thoughtful. Yeah, I was thinking the same thing too. Of like, hopefully he is all good.
I'm just like, oh, fuck, I mean, I should have been done probably. But we went into talking about tonight's participations as a pre-show.
Yes.
As highlighting about last night's announcements, which were many.
So let's ask Phil the same question that me and Brian talked about. You, based on the TV and movies presentation,
Briefly.
what do you think the direction is going to be? The direction will be the same for the parks tonight?
Based on the fact that they announced a lot of 2027, 2028 deadlines, right? That these will be coming out 2027, 2028, and it seemed like it was a good balance of quality, not just quantity. Do you think that could track to the theme park showcase tonight at 10/9 Central?
We'll see. One of them may translate. Maybe you can. I doubt that Kingdom Hearts would translate to something that you can look forward to that being announced in a bigger scale as a attraction or spot.
Yeah, I would.
Maybe
I would think so too.
Parks, right? Maybe Oswald
right?
brings Epic Mickey.
Right.
As a series, 40-minute series, not a half-hour series.
So here's the question to you: do you think that since we always go with the very final announcement, so for the TVs and movies, we are not surprised that the final announcement was Frozen?
No,
I'm not surprised by that at all.
I mean, you
Even
called
though,
so.
Right. Although I would have another contender, I would have thought maybe would have been a good one was Princess Diaries free. That could have been one if there was not Frozen. But now for the parks, what do you guys think will be the final announcement? Do we think the final announcement is going to be something that blows our socks off? So the past
It's going to be something we never heard about.
Right?
Like,
But imagine if it was Kingdom Hearts, like Phil says.
True. I think that could be it. Or you know what?
Like,
if everybody's been asking me for something for a long time, why give it to you in the beginning? I'll just give you Figment at the end and just shut your ass up.
yes,
Right?
actually, yes. Figment at the Journey to Imagination at the end.
If it had to be something, it's going to be Figment, because Figment's going to be going through your dreams, because that'd be so befitting of all of it all. Because like Figment, dreams, you go to sleep, you have imagination, you walk out there, you're imagining things.
Mm-hmm.
What's to come?
We got one more thing for you guys. Journey to Imagination is getting a new refurb.
Because think about this, right?
Back
when it was the end of say that again, Phil.
You're bringing back the original attraction based on my concepts here.
Yes.
Yeah, is that why Neil Patrick Harris is coming out as Dreamfinder?
That we don't know. But I will say this. Remember the last D23 and the Magic Mirror said, Josh D'Amaro, you forgot something. No, I haven't. Yes, you have. And I am overseer of all, and you will do what the fans want. It literally was at the end of the presentation. Like, come on.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Because what Disney, and Disney knows this very damn well, they are watching every single piece of content, whether you are virtually covering it or if you are on the ground covering it. And they're like, okay, they're going to be quiet. They ain't going to say nothing. Is Fitment coming? We don't know. They know. So they're going to utilize the fan base, play and toy and just work their emotions. Be like, oh, yeah, it would be nice if Figment could come around in the presentation. You know what? Maybe we could have Figment as a sidekick, to give commentary. But nothing more, nothing less. And then, at the end, it's like, y'all sons of fuckers! What did we do? No, yeah, shut up!
I thought Brandon was gonna go ooh ee ooh ah ah.
Bang,
Bang,
bang.
bing bang.
Says the witch doctor.
Wait, isn't that from Rugrats? I was like, oh.
No, that's Alvin and Chipmunks meets the witch doctor.
Yes. And I was going to say that was the famous Adam Sandler shut up. But of course, they really could do that. With all this pent up demand, we're not talking about Figment, we're not caring about, we're not thinking about, and then at the end, it's like, I'm gonna see you outside as soon as this is over, and then all these things like, okay, so we gotta go to our bunker because we don't get our ass whooped for not being honest with these people. So just, I'm not saying the executives are gonna get their ass whooped. They got security. Okay?
Yeah, imagine if Queen Latifah stepped onto the stage and said, "AIDS, Yand, baby."
Yes.
So this article is referring to some models of Villain's Land. And there's a video attached to this, which is on X, which would open up another window, which I feel like doing. So there's like a reference in that video, referring back to the trees that, Snow White has encountered in her run through the forest, to follow the directions of the huntsman who was ordered to kill her in Snow White, surrounded by menacing trees and leering faces that tower over her. Concept sketches on display in the video draw inspiration from that film of 1937, Snow White, the only superior Snow White. As Imagineers used the dark and twisted environment from that film for early explorations of dimensional design of the Villain's Land, and possibly to transition to the Villain's Land. Explained Braylon earlier, which I also was considering having some menacing trees around near the Haunted Mansion restaurant in the prompt at one time. Maybe it still is there, because I wanted some menacing trees, because there is some menacing trees referenced. Maybe I'm not sure if it was referenced or added to Walt Disney World, but there was menacing trees being implemented in the original Haunted Mansion attraction.
Yes.
I mean, if you have your flashers on, you would see that they have like little bitty little eyes on them.
Yes.
To call back to Snow White's attraction. There's a blog about those trees in the Haunted Mansions, if you know where to look.
Yes.
On like Haunted Mansion blog or something. Forget the name right now, but Hitchhiker's blog. See, here's the model that we have here. That's a big tree.
Yes, it is. You know what? It gives me if Groot was possessed by a spirit. That's what it gives me. If Groot was possessed by a spirit, that's what it gives me.
Oh yeah. And you were saying to me earlier, and I probably added to it, that the reason why these trees are, this way is because possibly the evil queen put a little spell on these trees to, transform. Maybe at one time these trees could have been human. Sure, at one time too.
Absolutely.
And it became a menacing tree. I mean, how she is like a basement secret sorceress, as you saw in that film.
Absolutely.
She had many potions and spells, to get her way. I mean, she could have been the reason why the father's no longer around. It's not like to add some lore potential. Might be something escalated of, or even right now to ask right now, Geminis or gods or whatever, if the evil queen had allegedly poisoned the king, to become the queen.
Yes.
There. What caught my attention is the lengthy video features several distinct tree designs, as referred to it in this video here. An example pathways. My expectation is that Villains Land, like other large-scale lands such as Star Wars, Galaxy's Edge, and Fantasy Springs, beautiful Fantasy Springs, that's what we should.
Yes.
Tokyo Disney Sea. That's what we need to announce at the next B.3, a Disney Fantasy Springs. Oh my goodness! Clap, everybody, clap. Thornton's clapping. I didn't see who was clapping.
No, I clapped.
We have long and winding pathways to aid the crowd's flow to transition to this menacing land. Once the weakness of the walkways. One of the weaknesses of these walkways in other large-scale lands is that they clearly exist for practical purposes and have been underdeveloped. In terms of design, having a vertical dark forest with these menacing trees would solve that problem.
Yes.
It would provide both the connective tissue for the buildings and architecture of this land, as well the placemaking and themed design, so the needed crowd corridors don't seem like they are only overflow queues, and has potential to add a bit of form to largely functional spaces. And real challenge will be layering these artificial trees along the real ones without it looking jarring, as the land will obviously need actual trees. Yes, I am. I don't. It will be interesting to see how Imagineering pulls this off, and just how dense the dark forest actually ends up being. Okay, so there's a bunch of images being rehashed from different previous posts from last year, or after they announced it back in October 2001, or spring of the following year, 25.
Correct. And they did talk about how that architecture was really based on Gothic style design, while also playing into the themes and the frequencies of Disney villains.
So, here's those architectures in bigger form of imagery. to refresh and highlight. And here's the image of the tree again.
Mm-hmm.
Conjured architecture is integrated into Villain's Land. The land itself looks like it's heavily on rock work. And etc. Dark forest is foreboding quality to its landscape. Anyways, that is all I'm going to have to show you guys. I'm going to have to go now.
Yeah.
Nope, all good. I'm gonna go ahead and
Okay.
head out too.
I mean, we've been talking long enough. I mean,
Yeah. And be ready for
I will comment to Thornton's comment about me, like, oh, look, it's Ghost and the kids from Chicago. Yeah, okay. It's an
there was Chicago referenced in two.
Yeah, the kid's from Chicago, and he's already on vacation.
Mm.
But anyways, it was.
Thank you guys for making a great show. This was a great show.
No, it really was. It was a fun
At
time.
least we get new original movies being made. Gato was always talked about for many years. It's being now made finally, and Gato is a brand new original idea. Which is, did you watch the trailer for that?
Yes.
I believe so. Yes,
I did. I even did a reaction myself to it. The director for Gato is Yuka, the director from Yuka. So
yeah,
I think those movies.
Well, I thought Luca was. I thought you said Luca was directing Gato.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Yeah, okay. Just to make sure
I think that Ghost Market could be something. I'm interested in Clay of how a hero could actually stick to the wall and how he could be a superhero. So they're trying some new ideas. And it seems like it's a balance of quality. So now we just gotta get off of here, rest up for the 10 o'clock live. It's 5 now, so 5 to 6, 6, 7, 7, 8 to 9, 9, 10, so 5 more hours. And then we'll be back.
And Phil, yesterday I spoke with Brian about Gato since Yuka was in Italy, but Portofino, and Gato is in Venice. And I was just having fun and said, you know, the success of after Gato comes out, and if it's success, then maybe Gato can be incorporated in Italy Pavilion in Epcot, because Italy Pavilion in Epcot is Venice. And if not, then that gives you another reason to build the Venetian resort.
Or the Italy Pavilion.
Yeah, I know. I heard about that too. I mean, if somebody wants to throw an IP into a resort and make an excuse to build a resort, if it has a little bit of IP, yeah, build that Venetian resort. Dang it.
Yes, indeed.
I mean, as he said, myself and Mouselets too. The Mouselet 1 is the big chick, and the number 2 is
not too much. That's my virtual wife, Phil. Not too much of my virtual wife. I'm protected.
It's going to be the one that is like scouring the map and be looking at boring holes, even though maybe boring to some, but put
I think Phil is the male musketeer of Mouselet 2, and Brian is Mouselet 1, and I'm more like the connection of Mouselet 1, because she's not a fan. She's not a fan of Pinocchio. So
I just want to invite you to Pinocchio, because I'm like number 2 who says Pinocchio raised me. So
yes.
Well,
good job, you guys.
If you want to know, Braylon's number 1, you are number 2, and I'm probably number 3. Even though maybe Thornton's a cross between 1 and 3. That is no 3. Anyways, enjoy your rest of your day.
Happy D23 to everyone. Hope you enjoy the movies and TV portion. Today we're recording this is the actual day of the big one tonight, baby. The parks presentation.
Mm-hmm.
So
live at 10 p.m. I'm going to get the thumbnail together now and make it do what it do there. And then, of course, I'm going to have Disney Plus up in another tab because it will be streaming live on Disney Plus. So,
for that one, I'm going to make sure that it streams onto Phil's channel or my channel. But yeah, make sure. But if not, if it doesn't happen, then it's on Brian's virtual tour channel. So,
I mean, you have to be on has to be on being recorded off of YouTube.
Always have that option for all my guests. If you're a guest and we're talking about something, you have that option to stream to your audience from my channel. I always put that in.
In the meantime, it's StreamYard. I don't have that option. So, as you've been following this whole show, we just covered last night's Friday night's announcements on the entertainment side of Disney. Tonight, we closed the show on this show that we just did for tonight's previews of theme park sector of Disney's company.
I heard you said, Phil. I heard you said, Phil, on the wildcard show. At the very end, you said you wanted some wild cards for California. Was that what you?
No, I don't think I said anything. But anyways, much love, everybody. See you real soon.
See you real soon. We BFP Imagineering, Brian, Thornton, and Phil.
Heard somebody who was saying like, "Oh, yay!" So I'm missing something good on TV. I was watching a action series called No Mercy to None. So
I know this is a DSNY's catchphrase, but you know, it's an honor to be ourselves. I was me, and you was you, and
we'll see you real soon.
That's a great. We'll see you.
That's a great line.
That's a great catchphrase.
Let me tell you something. I feel like my intro is good, but that one's in a category of his own, like just smooth like butter. Love that, brother. Good dude. Good dude.
Yeah. Nope. Anyways, keep dreaming, and hopefully one day. I'm gonna add.
It's a great, big, beautiful tomorrow. Bye.
Yes, it's a beautiful day outside. Enjoy. Come back in a few hours, please.
Yes,
and,
we'll be here.
It's been stormy here yesterday. Today is like it's not.
It looks very sunny behind you today. This is a different flat. Anyways, bye. See you later.
Bye, everybody. That was a really good show.
Yes, it was a great show, and I'm so happy that we did the Frozen. We did the Frozen here with. We didn't do the alternate route, but. It was fun, and some things we will keep it to ourselves as brothers, as memories. But yes,
it was a fun time. Come on,
we'll save this as the members only.
we covered some stuff. I will definitely say there is a freedom to recording that is way different than live, because when you're live, you're live. But when you're recording,
goodness, we didn't do the live stream. Well, actually, if we did the live stream, it would have been just me and Phil, right? So I don't know. I think maybe with me and Phil, we would have been more. It depends, because no, because you're right. As a free, like, it gets good.
Yes.
I think
yes. But no, it was a fun time. I mean, the jokes were made, but they weren't made out of malice and hate and trying to, anger anybody. You know what I mean? Like,
right. We just don't want it to be family friendly programming, and then all of a sudden this happens, and then like the parents are like, "You are never watching that channel again."
Right. Like I said, I feel like there's two split audiences, right? One, right, is One is, the parents who have a sense of humor will be like, "Oh my God, this is some funny shit." They are rolling off the tongue. And the other one's like, in the words of Phil, there's children here.
Well, actually, you know what? They send their kids in the bedroom, but then they grab popcorn and the adults, they're like...
Because you know what? All jokes aside, I really do see BFP Imagineering being for everybody. Because like all adults are just kids who grew up, right? So for the adults who are kids who grew up, they still have this wonder to them. So we're able to provide that for the adults, and then for the kids, they get to really see like how something can actually be real. You know what I mean?
I know, but that's why sometimes I don't like to mix our BFP concepts with the episodes where we just we do free flow. That's why sometimes these go to the separate channel, and then if we do some professional BFP concepts on Brain Virtual Tour or separate or BFP channel.
Right. I will say 10 times out of 10, most of the time when I'm on the channel. No, for real.
Can you admit? You need to admit every time I'm hosting, every time I'm hosting, things happen. I think I was the one. I don't know. Was I the one? No, that was way back then. The Star Wars, I was not hosting. The Darth Vader times, I was not hosting back then. But I hosted Spice Recon. I think I'm the one that hosts Spice Recon every time.
I was triggered at that Spice Recon. We're not gonna do that to me. I was triggered. Okay, that's all that was. I was triggered. Circumstances was provided, and I just lost it. Okay, that wasn't on purpose. But no, for real, I will say most of the time I am a very professional member of BFP Imagineering. I am. I take what I do seriously, but I don't take myself too seriously.
We do take, I think on your channel we do take it serious. We do take it seriously as intelligent.
Yes, absolutely.
Right?
Yes. And like I said, even with this, like even with all the announcements that we covered, it was generally fun to get Phil's intake and input and perspective on it. And even Phil was like, "Damn, okay, there's something here in the movies and TV." So it was a very well-rounded thing. We did make some jokes, but it wasn't anything just.
Yeah, I expected that when we got to the Frozen that. I wasn't gonna hype it up, but depending on what the plot was, and I was all happy, and then you guys be like, "Y'all see Thornton is so happy, so excited," but it got a little naughty instead. So, but you did good. You did good. Throwing Joss Gad with the mustache in the center right after mentioning Olaf. I mean.
Well, thank you. I do appreciate that. I do appreciate that for sure. No, it was a fun time. It was. I'm sure editing will be a lot of fun because you'll have to edit out the jokes that were made. We'll just remember those jokes for what they were.
Yeah, or what I can do is the parts that gets cut out, I can always go back to of course Phil will not be on there. But he can always record after. It was funny, we did this where there was two Phils. There was two Phils on the screen, and we were joking and saying, well, if Brian comes on, maybe there'll be two Brians.
Right.
Right.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
No, we did a good job. So, well, I'm going to get off of here.
Tune in tonight for a special coverage live of the Disney D23 Parks edition. The park segment, the park reveals, and the park announcements. So stay tuned for that. I've been Florentin, and you've been you. Have a magical day, and see you real soon. See you real soon, huh? Take care. Bye.
Our BFP dream, a world of wonder, grand and new. Our BFP dream is coming true. So journey with BFP Imagineering, a vision of the future we are steering. Explore a virtual world of endless light with BFP Imagineering's might.